And do we have a mic? Hey, we got a mic. Look at that. How's it going? So, how's it going, guys? Camera's over here today instead of being up there, and we got some light and we got some guns and some stuff. So I'm gonna do some gun cleaning and some gun sort of maintenance here live for you guys to watch. What would you guys like me to start on? I suppose. Would you like me to start off with the old Sniperino? Or shall I do the pistol? I realize the camera quality is sort of mid-range right now. That's because I'm still using my shitey old webcam. Um, yeah, it's the best I got right now. But yeah, we're gonna do some cleaning. How's everybody going? Look at that sexy man. Yes, that's right. Oh, by the way, today's video is sponsored by Molson Canadian Beer. It's not actually sponsored by them, but I'm gonna be drinking it while we do it. So it's basically sponsored by them. Pistol, sniper, pistol, beer. Clean the beer first. Oh, good idea, good idea. This is the secret to cleaning a beer. Grab a bit of your shirt and you just do a little one of those, and then there you go. It's a clean beer. On to the next. Working with alcohol. Pistol. Okay, you guys are saying pistol first, so we'll hop onto the pistol first. We'll do some of that. So the Mark 23 is an amazing pistol, and it's actually really easy to clean. I realize actually you guys can see my face if I just tilt it up a little more there. You can still see the pistol and my face. Hey, look at that. That's pretty cool. Hold on, let me pop out the chat so I can actually see what you guys are saying. Pop out chat. Whoa, the future is here. Look at that. Now I can read them. Sweet. Um, is a VSR 10 a good investment? Of course it is. In my opinion, probably the best type of sniper on the market is a VSR 10 by various different companies. So first thing you're gonna do is sort of pull the old slide back, and there's a pin right there, and you just throw that right on the ground. That's the secret. So you throw that on your little pad there, and then the top just comes right off, just in two parts. Diddly done. Now to clean these things, really. If you keep maintenance up all the time, which I do, you only really need two things to keep these things nice and clean. Number one, well, three things, excluding the tool. You're gonna need tools to take them apart, but other than tools, there's only three things. Maybe there's four things, but there's only a few things that you need. So number one, well, five things actually. You need the gun too. So number one, you need a gun. Number two, get yourself a nice little chamois. It's nice to just wipe big things down with. If you need to give your big thing a wipe, then that's what I'd recommend doing. You're going to use some Q-tips, God's gift to the airsofter. And then I like to use grenade oil, just a nice low viscosity oil to get into the little cracks. I use that as my cleaner rather than anything else. And then some screwdrivers and tools and stuff. I don't know how many things that was. I can't count past three. So yeah, on to the actual cleaning. So the upper receiver here, you're going to do a little one of these. And then you got your main little bit of stuff. Now, it's a perfect time actually to show you guys already drunk. No, that's just how I am. The upgrades that I have on my Mark 23, because people don't realize that I've upgraded my Mark 23 as well as my sniper. So the main upgrade that I have, I guess there are two main upgrades. I'm really bad at this counting thing. Don't worry about it. It's got a Type bore barrel, so it's got a 6.01 barrel on the inside here that makes it real good at shooting. And then I also have a TDC mod. That's a top dead center mod. So if you guys can see on the camera here, it's a little shroud that goes over. It's got a little Allen key, and what that does, or an Allen key type screw. What that does is it diddles your hop-up arm and makes it so you can shoot nice heavyweight BBs. There we go. All right, I just got to get this off without snapping it. Hey, I did it. So here it is. It's a little cover, and it's got a little screw right through there, as you can see, and that pushes down on the hop up, which is right there. And now the hop up has also got a mod in it because it's super cool. And I'm actually going to be putting on a new mod. So let me just step into my office here. Wrong way. And I think I have a new little bit. Somewhere in one of these drawers. I should really organize all my stuff here, eh? Hey, there it is. Nope, that's not it. See, I'm looking for a bag within a drawer. It's honestly one of the hardest things to do. So if I actually complete this, I want a big round of applause, and a small medal would be great. Not the BBs. Okay. It must be in this one then. Unless it's not. You know, in hindsight, if I had found this before I started the stream, this would have been a lot smoother, a lot more professional, if you would. Now, we don't usually go for that type of stuff here at House Gamers Industries, and I can't find it. I don't know where the hell I put it. Don't worry. I am a trained professional. I don't know where it is. Okay, we're just going to do the cleaning. Unless I put it on my desk? No, I didn't. Okay, I have no idea where it is. It's gone. It's dead. It's kaput. It's never actually existed. All right. Hi, you drunk? Are you drunk? Well, judging by the fact that I read that as hi, you drunk, yes. Yes, yes. Not extremely. Let's plug in my laptop here so it doesn't die. My setup right now is actually ridiculous, like the way I have my whole... And it's actually not good that I have a just bottle of Captain Morgan's here, but this is... So I got the workstation, and then I got you guys, and alcohol, and then all the diddles that are going on. So let's get back to work here. There you go. Okay. You're a Canadian. You're good. Well, you used the wrong "your," but yeah, Dayton, I'm the guy from the Instagram who said make ghillie soup video. Yes, I saw your message. I'm gonna be working on a ghillie. Don't worry about that, dude. Don't worry about that, dude. So now that I got this apart, I gotta remember to actually put these things here so I don't lose pieces, because that would be not fun. Okay, so we move on to the upper receiver here in all its glory. You honestly have like 2 screws to undo on this thing, and then you're done, and then that's all you got to do. So first one is this screw right here. You're gonna take that off and pop that in the screw holder, and then you're gonna pull this apart. And that's sort of the shroud that goes over your barrel. And now you can see my nice stainless steel Type bore barrel. Nothing down there, which is good. That's the way you want it to be. And now you're just going to take yourself a little Q-tip and you're going to give it a little love. You're going to give it a little whoop, whoop, whoop. And you have to make that sound while you do it, otherwise it won't clean it nearly as well. You just got to go a little whoop, 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 whoop. Then you got to make sure that your hop up is all the way off, because I have my TDC mod on there, or not on there. I don't have to worry about that. And then you go in from the other end, and this side you have to go whip, 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 whip. You have to remember that the front is whoop, whoop, whoop. The back is weep, weep, weep. So yeah, that's it's the terminology you learn from putting hundreds of hours into Airsoft. You really just learn the best techniques, and I'm passing those savings on to you. So yeah, remember to stay hydrated while you're working. You don't want to, you get a lot of problems arising when you're dehydrated and trying to operate on your guns. So yeah, whip, whip, whoop, 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 whoop. And it's getting pretty clean inside there is what that's doing in there. So I'm just gonna do a extra little thing here. If you can't quite make it all the way in, and you got to get a little extra length because you can't quite make it in, put one in the center and then push with 2 and go like this. Go like whoop, 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 whoop. And then that allows you to get all the way through your barrel and clean the whole thing. If you don't, I don't like using the plasticky ramrod things. I think they scratch up your barrel. I don't like those. I like Q-tips because they're fluffy and soft all around. So now that we've gotten that done, we're gonna go ahead and take out your stuffs, and you're gonna look down the barrel and see that it's clean. And then you just look at these Q-tips. Do you see how dirty they are? Would you dare put those in your ear? I don't think so, because they've been in an airsoft gun. So that's nice and clean. The hop up, everything in there I don't have to worry about anymore because I have the TDC mod, so it doesn't get used. There's no pressure put on it. I don't need to worry about lubrication. I forget which way I part my hair. I think it's to the right. And that's all fine and ready to go. So the upper bit's all done, and that's good. So I'll just put this back together so I don't lose the screw. What's chat doing? Lol. Impact zone. It's truly a, you know, it's truly inspirational words. Yeah, so throw those screws in there, and then you do a little spin on those screws. What sniper is this? This is the Mark 23 by Tokyo Marui. It's not a sniper; it's a pistol. I'll be doing the sniper next. Don't worry. You know what? I'll keep it right here so you guys can be like, "Whoa, there's the sniper. It's gonna happen next. Just get ready for it. It's coming." I put it together wrong. See, even a professional makes mistakes. I forgot to put the TDC mod back on, so you just gotta pop that sucker baby right on there. And it's on. Okay, now we move on to the only bit that really matters, and that's the trigger assembly. So that's all inside this fandanglement of fun. So you can see when I pull the trigger, the mechanism mechanizes and gets stuff done. So you're gonna take that apart and start cleaning her out. Andy Yang, man, long time no see. You haven't been on here in a little while. Play COD World War II as soon as it comes out. I'm going to, man. World War II Call of Duties are where it's at. I was really unhappy that they moved away from World War II Call of Duties, and now that they're moving back, I'm one happy guy. Okay, so the trigger assembly and all that is just held in with one screw because the people at Tokyo Marui are smart and not on drugs, and they're awesome. So that whole assembly just pops out, and now this is just a useless piece of junk. It's just garbage. So we're going to put it over here to protect it because it's very important. Gotta stay hydrated. Okay, so I'm gonna get my my little Q-tips ready, and then this, and I'm just gonna give everything a quick little wipe down. So these are just hunks of metal, and not very important, but very important to the whole mechanism of the pistol. Like without these, it wouldn't work whatsoever. But it's easier if you just don't think of them as important. That way, if you screw up, you don't feel as bad until you want to use it and it doesn't work. So we're just going to wipe these down, make sure that they're all clean. Got all the old lube off of there. It's like an oil change. We're doing an oil change. It's like an oil change on an engine, but it's for a gun, and it's not oil. So you're just going to wipe all this stuff down. Just like so. I remember my grandma saying that a lot, like so. I'm Canadian. What is getting drunk? Well, getting drunk is drinking alcohol. So here we go. The inside of that's looking pretty sexy. Just make sure to give everything a wipe down. Anything you can't reach by hand, you just gotta get your little stick, put a little swab in there, and get all the dirt out. Look at that. Look at all that junk. Look at that. Junk in the trigger assembly trunk. Give it a good wipe down. And oh yeah, look at that. See, all the lubricant that I put in there starts out clear. And you'll see in a sec when I show you this Q-tip that it's not clear at all anymore. So just give that a quick little wipe down. Quick little diddle right here. Fiddle diddle, riddle diddle. Just like that. Make sure all the parts with wear on it are nice and cleaned off of old grease and ugly bits. And there you go. Take a look. Take a look at the difference. Look at that. You see that? That's icky. That is just disgusting. And now you'll notice that it's very unsmooth, very not smooth. So you're going to take yourself a little bit of oil and you're going to drop it in there. You're just going to give it a little bit of a dab. I didn't want to say dab because stupid. Dabbing's stupid. Okay, so you just put a couple little drops in different holes. Just make sure your holes are nice and dabbed up with some lubricant. Make sure everything in there is nice and smooth. You're going to want to get that in any part where, honestly, the rule of thumb for working on your stuff is any part that's got some wear on it, you're going to want to put some lubricant on it because it's going to continue to get wear on it. And you don't want wear. So it's looking pretty clean. Let's give this bit a little wipe down. I forgot here. Oh yeah, look at the black just coming right off of there. All gone. Oh, so very clean. Look at that. That is sexy. You know, somebody's going to look at this and be like, whoa, that's a sexy pistol. Okay, so it's all lubricated up. Now we just got to put the other pieces back on. Have I ever used a Crossman Airgun 1009? I don't know what that is at all, actually. Not going to lie. Does your field allow point blank rifles? Do you mean like not the mercy rule? I think if the FPS is right, you don't have to give a mercy. You can shoot people point blank. Yes. All right. So now we're just putting all these pieces back together with some lubricant here. I'll open up the floor to questions. If you guys have any questions about my equipment or my day, if it's just going okay or not, now's the time to ask it. I'll answer some questions. I watch too much Novrich. That's not a question, but I guess that's good. He's got some good stuff. Throw that in there. There we go. And now, oh, listen to how smooth that is. Can you hear that? Can you hear the smoothness? It's practically saying, I'm a smooth guy. Let me think my phone vibrated here. Messaging. Ross and I can answer questions. Oh, okay. Why don't we do that? I'll hop into the TeamSpeak. Give me uno momento, por favor. And that's all the Spanish I know. Alright, playing games. Yes, I will be playing games later on. Why is it on that screen? Connect.
Connected. Channel switched.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, wait. Alcohol.
How come I can't hear you?
Yes.
Tools.
Just need to be louder, then he'll hear us.
Is my volume down?
Ah,
Oh, hey, talk
Hey,
again.
hey,
Hey, there we go. Now
alcohol.
I can hear you. Whoa, look at that.
Oh my god.
Okay. Yeah, so that's basically it for the pistol. Now that I've put that screw back in place, well, I haven't, but once I do, that'll basically be it. And the pistol's done. And then we can move on to the big boy, the big meme itself, the sniper rifle. How's it going, Ross?
Oh, I've been drinking for a whole week.
For a week straight? That's
for
pretty,
a whole week.
that's pretty good.
Basically, I got given a grant by the government for money.
A
so I've
gram?
been going
Oh, a grant.
A grant.
Oh.
Oh. So I have been
The government
drinking-
gave me a gram.
They gave me a gram of cocaine at the nightclub.
Man, what a great government.
I know, right? But yeah, I've been literally this whole it was my mate's birthday today, so I've been drinking since 5.
Nice. Well
Yeah.
done. Drunk too much to get drink. Does the VSR 10 still hold up? Hell yeah, dude. I'm using it this weekend. I'm gonna get some videos for you guys, some classic scope cam action.
Are you ready, Dayton? Ready for the weekend?
I'm ready for the weekend.
Starts playing song.
Hey, look at that. Let me put some gas in this here mag and see if it makes some good sounds for it.
Explodes.
Let's see if it explodes.
Some dude called Thomas says, "How often do I have to clean an AEG?"
Not
AEGs
very
are
often.
AEGs are different than gas guns or sniper rifles. So sniper rifles, you live off of the accuracy that they have. That's the only reason why you use one, is because it's so accurate. Now with AEGs, you don't have to worry as much because you have accuracy through volume. So I would say once you start seeing that it's starting to get really bad consistency in your shots, I would say take it apart. Your gearbox might not need to be cleaned. In fact, if you're not really well skilled in the art of teching, I wouldn't even attempt to open a gearbox if I were you. But clean your barrel and make sure your mags are clean. Make sure the upper receiver bit where the BBs go in is nice and clean. Make sure your hop-up rubber is clean. Stuff like that. But other than that,
Don't put silicone oil on your hop-up rubber.
Don't
you do.
Don't put silicone oil on your hop-up rubber. If you do get get oil on your hop-up rubber, sometimes it's good. Like with mine, I rub a little bit of oil in there just to keep the hop-up rubber nice and fresh, moist,
Moist.
But you got to make sure to get it all off. Otherwise, you've lubricated the part that's supposed to make friction. And that's not what you want.
Consistency dies.
Consistency's dead. So just make sure it's nice and clean. Now that I've put all the stuff back together in a mag, you can hear it's.
Oh.
It's nice and shooty. So pistol's done. Look at that. We can hop onto the sniper rifle now.
People are still wondering if you're ever gonna live stream from Panther.
I have no
It would be
comment.
difficult. It would be really difficult to do that
Yeah, it
because
is.
their internet sucks.
It would
I know.
require a lot of alcohol in the process.
I don't know. It would require a lot of tiny computers and a lot of planning, and I don't know if Jack's up. I mean, anybody's up for that. All right.
The question: where the fuck is Jack?
I don't know.
Jack doesn't even want to go to the field.
All right. So here we go, guys. We're on to the sniper rifle, the big meme. So I'll give you a little rundown of my sniper rifle just because everybody keeps asking that, and I think it would be kind of interesting to show you guys. So my sniper rifle is very custom, not only in the internals, but the externals. Now, did I mean for them to be this custom? No. No, not at all. Hey, Aaron Cerulean, here's the moist coffee. Thank you, Aaron. I appreciate it, my dude. Cheers to you.
More coffee.
So yeah, this is a one-of-a-kind rifle, I'd like to think. So number one, I have my camera mounts up at the front. So I got a pack here to hold a battery pack so that I can charge my cameras. I have the mount up front here.
Oh, that was the tip!
That's the sound. The mount up here that holds the camera, and then another mount on the side here that holds my GoPro facing back at me. So it all just stays on the gun. And I don't take it off. That's just how she goes. The paint job obviously is custom. I have a painting tutorial up there if you want to see that. It's got the TDC mod. It's got a top dead center mod right there. It's got a scope. A lot of people ask me, what the hell's going on with the tip of your scope there, mate? So this is a custom little thing that I built. It's just a piece of PVC pipe around the edge to break up sun coming into it, so I don't get really blind while I'm trying to look down the scope. And then the tape over the front that I cut a little square into and painted is to break up that big circle. So when you're staring out of a bush and somebody's pointing their gun at you, and you're looking at the bush and you see a big black circle, you're gonna be like, what the hell's that in that bush? That's not natural looking at all.
User joined your channel.
Are you okay, Ross?
He said big black bush. What's poking out of that bush? It's big and black.
Okay. So, do you mind taking your mic out of your esophagus? Because it's pretty loud.
Yes,
So
we are, Kyle.
this is just to break up the big circle, you know? It's just to make it so it doesn't stick out as much. It's a little square, and it kind of looks cool. I like how it looks. It's a nice little square, so it looks a little different, and I can feel a little cool. It doesn't break up the looking through the scope at all. It's wonderful. And then we move to the bolt here, which I'll show you the internals in a bit, but I've modified this to be super smooth. I've gotten it to be just how I like it, and it takes very little effort to make this thing go. So you can see like the pull is nothing, and once I have the pull, it's in there smooth, dude. Like I can sit it upright and it just falls. Like
It's very broken in as well.
it's very broken in. I have so many rounds through this gun that it's just no nothing. Trigger assembly as well is very, very light, so I can just use my pinky finger and that shoots it. It's very, very light. Hair trigger. And then I got all the signatures and stuff from people, so it's hard to see, but you know, everybody who's a buddy has got their name on there. So that's the little customizations. So yeah, let's hop into taking apart this gun, shall we? Let me grab my key. Take off the scope. Just undo that. And undo that. And we can take that right off. This is a 3 to 9 by 40 scope. Nothing special, just regular old scope. I leave the a lot of people ask me why I leave the caps off. And that's so that I can adjust while I'm playing. Just with the tip of my thumb, I can, if you can hear, I just adjust it like that. That way I can make adjustments on the go. So I have an airsoft sniper dream S&T Springfield 19 engage shoot 550 with .2s. Would you prefer spring gun or gas 1903? I'd go for spring. Spring has a much better consistency over gas. Okay, so next part of the specialties is the strap for the sniper rifle. A lot of people strap their guns up front here, and that's just no good. You want it to be in the center. That way, when it sits on your back, it sits like straight up and down rather than sideways. Underneath this strap, you'll notice that I have a lot of tape, and it's sort of for two reasons. Number one, I don't want the strap to rub off all the paint, and number two, I stripped the screws so it's actually holding my gun together. So it's just a little bit of that. So yeah, once I take the strap off here, you'll see that to fully dismantle my gun, I have to undo all the E-tape and all the gaff tape. So the E-tape leaves residue, so I don't put that straight on the paint. I wrap the E-tape around some gaff tape, because gaff tape leaves no residue, because it's overpriced tape and doesn't do that. So I can't find the end, so this might be a problem. Oh, there we go. There we go. So yeah, take the tape off. That's just a bit of gaff tape, and then it should all come off nice and smooth. Who is messaging the TeamSpeak?
Kyle.
Can you tell him to stop? Holy.
I want to die.
Why is your internet so bad, Kyle?
Satellite.
Satellite internet. Wow, look at that, eh? Alright, so now that we've got the gaff tape off here, now that we've got the gaff tape off, the gun comes apart nice and easy with just one screw. It's honestly a quick release system. Very custom, very high quality modification by the House Gamers. Excited for the new Glock? Hell yeah, dude. I really hope I can get my hands on it.
Excited for the new beer?
The gun is naked, for shame. Yeah, now you guys notice he's not talking much now. He's embarrassed. Say hi to me. Okay, Christopher Gaming. Hello.
Banned.
Now kick him.
Kill me. Okay.
Okay, so with just one screw, you will notice the whole thing comes apart just like that. So now all you're left with is the stock. So if you want to run around your school and get shot, you just bring this with you and everybody will think you have a real gun. And then you have this bit, which is the working bit. So the gun by itself is fully functional, just like this, so you still got to be careful. Now we're going to take her apart and give her a cleaning. So first things first, you're going to want to take your bolt out. So my trigger assembly is just a little pin right like that. If you guys can see, not really because my background is black. It only took you 5 years to see my comment. There's a lot of comments, dude. It's a lot of reading. The whole thing just pops right on out like that. Look at that. Wow. Look at how well that popped out, you're saying to yourself right now. That shaft came right out of the hole nice and smooth, is what people with a bad mind say. I was just checking the barrel, seeing there's no BBs or anything in there. So now we're going to take off the trigger assembly. So you're going to hop in your bag of tricks. You grab yourself your hex tool pack or Allen key set or whatever you want to call it. And you're going to loosen up your screws. And you're going to take them right out of there. Get out of there.
Dayton.
Yep.
Wolfman said, Dayton, why does Cooper vids are better than yours?
Why does Cooper vids are better than mine? Well, I often think why does Cooper vids are better than mine. And
quality content.
What I've found out is I'm just bad. I'm just bad at airsoft. So all I need to do is just be better at airsoft, and then my video can be as good as Cooper. Or
Someday.
Someday. Cooper, you should give me a tutorial.
Yeah, okay.
Can you?
That'd be fun to watch.
Can you
Want me to make more thumbnails for you? More mean thumbnails?
Oh, by the way,
the
you need to...
moves.
Why do you keep using the same picture for your thumbnails?
I don't have very many pictures.
I was watching...
Don't judge me.
I was going through my subscriptions, and I was like, wait, Cooper uploaded the same video twice? And then I read the titles, and I'm like, wait a sec, no he didn't. What's going on here?
Who needs clickbait when you got the same one over and over?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, if it works the first time, why not use it again?
It'll work the
Right,
second
If it
time.
ain't broke,
it's time
don't
to do
fix.
the sacred art of opening a beer.
Is that truly an art form? I didn't know.
Yes.
I'm probably
Yes, it is.
I'm probably pretty good at it by
I know,
now.
right?
Uh,
I've been doing it since I'm 13. Let's go, boys.
make sure.
The
Illegal.
So this
yeah,
is
I just
beer.
need more pictures, Dayton. Don't judge me.
okay.
Do you want me to send you
I have
some
like
lovely
I have like
pictures?
5 pictures.
Cooper's a
Yeah,
role
just-
model.
No, just have a picture of everyone.
Okay, so this is an important bit. People, when they clean their VSR 10s and stuff like that, forget one important bit. There is a little rubber plastic circle on the inside of your upper receiver here, and what you're supposed to do is take this bit off via a screw right here, and clean that out, because that is the buffer between your oh, it's on this side, sorry. I thought I lost it. Your cylinder and your upper receiver, and this is what's going to create some of the friction. So the secret is to take it right out, and you're going to grab yourself your rag, and you're going to give that rod a polish. You're going to polish that up real good, just like this. You see how I'm giving it a good little polish? You're going to clean it off, and you're going to give it some new lubricant, because that way you're going to have a nicely diddled gun. So you see how it's nice and white? That's the way it's supposed to be. I'm not being... Somebody's going to turn that into a racist thing. God damn it. No, it's just clean, okay? It was manufactured white, and if it's not white, it's not clean.
Oh, okay, Dayton.
Shut up,
done.
Ross!
Ich bin ein Berliner. Sorry.
So yeah, just make sure that's nice and clean. Wipe everything down. If you're going to give your gun painting and stuff like that, like if you're going to paint your sniper rifle, I would recommend taking that out before you paint it, because you don't want to put paint on that, because it's probably not good for the plastic. I don't know, I'm not a professional painter, but
Make sure you paint directly down the barrel so that all your shots are camouflaged.
No, you
Oh,
clean
yeah,
all your BBs
my
So you
mistake.
can't see them.
Why don't you use AK-47 in any of your games? Because it's sitting in my closet and I haven't recorded with it yet. I have one, I just have to record with it. I haven't done it yet.
Rude.
Soon, guys, soon. Let me just clean off this.
I do.
Oh, yeah, Dayton forward.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my
Could
god.
have too.
Dayton 3.5k before.
I'm now wet with alcohol.
Three-
Thank you, Stella.
3.5k before what?
Before 300.
Oh, really? Oh, we're that close to 300,000, Eddie? Eh?
What's the FPS on your VSR 10, and what weight of BBs do you use?
It is 480 FPS, and I use 0.43 all the way up to 0.46 gram BBs. And I always use white BBs. Some
What's the
people,
FPS limit at your field?
480 FPS for snipers. For bolt action snipers, unless you're some people and you want to break the rules.
Go
Then
500.
Then you bump those numbers up, and then you get caught, and then you get kicked out.
Then you put an L96 spring inside your VSR and it shoots 670.
My pants are
Oh
wet.
god.
So now I'm undoing the upper receiver here, and is the AK for a nosefish themed video? No, not planning on it. No, but I got a good video for it. Don't worry.
Oh god.
And are you considering doing more Juggernaut videos?
Yes, yes, I am. So this is
Oh, really?
the second white O-ring thing, and that's at the back of the receiver. You're also going to want to clean that one and make it nice and white. White BBs, really? Yes, yes. I make sure to use white BBs because you can see where they're going, and you can account for wind and stuff like that in your next shots.
But shouldn't that not be working for white BBs and more like? I'm not going to finish that sentence.
Glow in the dark BBs.
Cover dark BBs.
At least
The
white
faster.
BBs work.
Dayton,
Kyle-
could you do a TDC mod tutorial?
There are enough TDC mod tutorials out there that I don't think I need to do them. I hate wasting your guys' time with uploads just doing tutorials for specific guns and stuff like that, because it's like it's not everyone has it, and I'm just wasting a day of upload, you know?
User left your
What
channel.
was your first game like? Terrible. I didn't get a single kill, and I absolutely hated it. And then I played it one more time, and I was like, I got 1 kill, and I was like, oh, this is my new favorite thing in the world. That's basically how it went. So
User joined your channel.
I got shot in the nipple my first game. That was disappointing.
nice.
I got shot.
At this point, you're going to want to make sure that your rail is nice and tight on your upper receiver, because if it's not, it's going to wobble. It's going to do a little whoop, 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 and your scope's going to move, and your shots aren't going to be good. So you're going to want to make sure that's nice and tight. And then once it is nice and tight, then you're going to be good to go. Hold on, my buddy Owen's coming by, and he texted me, and I'm hoping he's not saying I'm at the door. Open the door.
Don't worry.
Oh god.
We've got people in my own flat who just ring the doorbell even though we've got a key. So I'm just I just walk down, open the door, and call them a cunt, and then slam the door in their face.
And that's the way it works in Britain.
That's how I make friends.
No.
So now that we have the trigger assembly done here, we're going to take apart the hop up and the barrel assembly bit here, and we're going to clean that out. So first, you're going to take off what Bodjups dubbed the block of metal part of your sniper rifle. And you're gonna just 2 screws you gotta undo, and you're just gonna get it right out of there. And then when you undo your hop up all the way, which is what I'm gonna do here, just to make sure I don't break off anything, it should just slide right on through, just like a dream, just like that. Just, you see how dreamy that was?
The Wasian one asked which one's better in range, VSR or the SSG?
It depends on your mods and stuff like that.
If they're both stock SSG.
Yeah, if they're both stock SSG, but my sniper and an SSG has about the same range, so.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna take apart the hop up adjustment fun. Just
Question
like
is, Dayton,
this.
why haven't you shaved?
Why haven't I shaved?
Why haven't you shaved?
I've been busy with a project for the past week, and I've literally just been working on that project 24/7.
User joined your channel.
Good
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah, I know what that project is. Dayton.
Uh-oh,
Don't
who
do
donated?
Don't do anything else.
John Mueller, $1.47.
User left
What does
your
your gun
channel.
say being disassembled?
User
Well,
left your channel.
see, the barrel
Everyone's
is
typing.
like his vocal cords. So right now I'm taking apart the barrel, so he can't speak. Assuming he could speak, he'd probably be going, "Ow! What the hell are you doing, my body? Ow!" And
Stop killing me, please.
Stop killing me. I'll do better next game, I swear.
Or it's the other way around.
Wait, what?
So, just gonna make sure everything's looking good with this. Just gonna pull apart the little bits here and the little diddles and the diddly doodles. And the patch is looking sexy inside there, so I'm not gonna bother touching it, because you don't wanna... You want to be very delicate with your R-Hop patch, because they're delicate. So I'm just going to use a little Q-tip, give it a little rub, a little back and forth, just to get it nice and clean there. Make sure I get all the dust off of the hop-up nub, because...
I guess I should clean mine, eh?
Yeah, because you're gonna... The hop-up nub is what gives backspin, and if you don't give... Your hop-up can give a not perfectly straight backspin. That's all right. You know, it's not a big problem. It's when it's giving an inconsistent backspin. So if it always does a little bit to the left, you can accommodate by tilting your gun a bit to the right, and then it's like the barrel straight up and down. You're never going to get your hop-up patch perfectly straight. Now, if your hop-up patch is dirty and it's going left one time and then right and then down and all that ugly stuff, that's not good. That's not what we're looking for here. You want it to be consistently shooting in one direction, because there's only one direction. Let me grab a barrel swab. Think this one will do. There we go. Make sure it's nice and straight, and now you're going to want to grab a something. I use... Oh, let me go get it. Give me 1 sec.
Moderator stream time.
Moderator stream. Or to be honest, there's 52 people, and
He will not divide us.
So this is a little house gamer's secret here. So these are car
Don't
wash.
trust 'em.
These are car wash mitts. Now each one of these little diddles here are perfect for cleaning out your barrel. So what you're gonna want to get is a little knife. I think I have one. Yeah, right here. And you're gonna want to cut one of those off. Just pick one. Just decide which one should die. This one's been talking back to me, so I'll take that one down. Tango down. Clear off some of the extra little bits. Then go over to
hit marker.
go over to the little eye hole and shove her right through there. That's actually a little hard.
Oof.
You just want it to go through the hole, you know? Come on! There we go.
Having trouble finding the hole.
Yeah, I'm having a little trouble finding the hole.
Won't be the first time.
There we go.
User
Okay,
joined your channel.
so it looks like that. It's across perfectly. And now you're just gonna. So a lot of people do a lot of different lubricants inside there. Now what I like to do is use a little bit of oil on it. Not everyone likes oil. I like, everybody's got their own way of doing it. So I just put a little drop of oil in the barrel there and just spread it around, and then I go through. Now the only problem with this is you're going to really need to make sure that you get all the oil out of there before you throw it back into your gun, because otherwise you're going to get oil on your hop-up nub and stuff like that, and that's just no good. I forgot to do one step.
Use acetone.
Yeah, use acetone. Okay,
Use alcohol.
find out.
Has no one done that?
Don't actually use acetone.
Oh,
You'll destroy
it's
your
here.
hop-up rubber.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Owen. Are you here? Oh, is the door unlocked? You can come in.
That doesn't sound.
Oh,
Is the
well,
door unlocked?
I heard the door open, so is that you? Oh, he hung up.
Uh-oh.
He might be
He's
dead.
coming in hot.
It's not actually Owen. It's
so-
just some dude who walked into your house.
So this is what you're going to do. Find out where it lines up with your hop-up rubber and put your thumb right at the end there, and then shove it through the hole. Because...
Yes, Panther is a good field.
Because then... How's it going, Owen? Just shoving things through holes. Don't worry about it.
Hey.
Then you can line it up and get it nice and good. So you're going to just constantly shove it in and out, and give it a little twist while you're going in and out. That way you can get the entire inside nice and clean. How's it going, Owen? That's good, Owen.
Just faintly hear.
You know, we run very professional streams here at House Gamers Industries, and I am insulted that you would walk in on one of our live streams after I invited you over, Owen. So we're just
Take him down.
gonna make sure
And go down.
it's coming out nice and good. And oh man, look at all the shite in there. Do you see that? That used to be blue, and now it's an off blue. That's disgusting. So we're gonna pull that out, and we're gonna take a dry one and cut its little nibs out.
I never go in dry. Wait. Hey.
Okay, so I just shoved that like right in my mouth. That must have been loud for a second there. Okay,
Dayton, please, innuendos.
the sexual innuendos are coming in strong
It's
here.
hurting me.
Shoving things into holes and stuff in his mouth. It's just...
Okay, just gotta get that
Coming out of the closet.
in there nice and good.
Oh no, I have to enter my card details.
And we're looking better. Almost in.
Dayton, how old are you?
I am 22 years old. I act like I'm
He's
7.
like
though.
7. He's like 7
Wow.
tops.
Oh, $2
that
by
was
Hal
the
End of the
tip.
Bread. Oh wait, I actually have the money, so drink on me. All right, cheers. I haven't been staying hydrated barely at all.
You should probably get another beer.
It's £2. It's not dollars.
Do you want a beer?
€2.
Would you like a Molson Canadian, or
€2.
I already grabbed it, so you're having a Molson Canadian. Okay, and then we give it a nice dry in there. Make sure that the inside isn't getting all scratched and ugly, and then this barrel's good to go. There we go. Just make sure it's nice and dry. Yeah, you gotta work the shaft. You gotta work it in, you gotta work it out. You can't just put it in and take it out.
For God's sakes.
It's a wax on, wax off technique. It's not just a wax off and a whack. All right, so that's looking pretty nice and clean. I'm not sure if you guys can see down that barrel.
This is the stream I'm here for.
But that is shiny. There's nothing in there. That's a shiny barrel. So now we're gonna start putting things back together. So we're gonna take the hop up shite and we're gonna give it a quick little clean here with the Q-tip. Get all the dust and debris, out of there. I always got really, that was close. I always got really angry when people called debris Deborah.
Who calls it Deborah?
No, people would just say it to me to get me angry.
Oh, okay, because that would make me angry, because it's making me angry.
No, it's just one Deborah. There is only one Deborah.
Oh, yeah, there's a Roma class named Deborah.
Does alcohol work good to clean barrels? Sure it does.
Depends what alcohol. The Molson Canadian, yeah, it keeps me on track, keeps me working. Whereas if I was drinking bourbon, I wouldn't be on track to cleaning, so it wouldn't help clean a barrel, no.
Mates, someone in my house really loves bourbon, so he just has bourbon around, and I'm just like, I like you. You're now my friend.
I'm pretty sure he meant. Yeah, I wouldn't use alcohol on your guns.
Wait, Ross, did you see a PG thing on his Instagram?
What did he do?
It's a giant shelf of alcohol.
Good boys. I just encourage everyone's alcoholism. Like, I bet if you never met me, like, all of you guys would be sober as fuck. Compared to me.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's
I'm
funny,
underage,
Ross.
so
Yeah, but Cooper, who does shots with you?
Not me.
Well, of course you go.
All right, so
alone.
that's the last most important part is putting back together your hop up here. This is definitely the most tricky to put together. I've gotten pretty good at it over the 100,000 times I've taken apart this sniper rifle. But don't let it discourage you if it takes you about a half hour to put back together your hop up chamber. And we're looking hot. And then we just throw that in there, and then we're looking good. We're looking
nice.
good and hot. Worst place I've shot someone with a gun? Right between the mask and the goggles. So it was a nice shot, like, right on the bridge of the nose. I did not feel good about it.
Didn't you shoot someone, like, in the tip, though?
Yeah, well, no, I've shot a ton of people in the penis. I mean, you can only feel so bad about shooting somebody in the penis a few times.
Mate,
but
when my battle kilt is around in Canada, if you shoot me in the penis, you're fucking dead.
Alright, so that's looking smexy. So we're just going to throw this back in the barrel. And get that back into the hole. And line up those holes, and then throw the metal bit back on spot.
Dayton, how did you find out about airsoft?
I found out about airsoft just as the sort of natural progression of going from stupid Nerf to paintball to airsoft. I fell in love with airsoft because of the range. I always like playing as like a sniper. The fact that you can actually have some range when you play is a big turn on for me. I really get turned on by range.
That's probably why you like real guns too.
So whenever
Real guns have most range.
When I go to Canada, I have the most range.
That's good. Okay, so last part of the cleaning process here is taking off your cylinder, and just gotta give it a good twist. I can't quite get it. You can get these things undone using your Allen keys here. In theory, you can.
No.
God damn, that's hard. That's hard to do.
Alcohol cures everything.
It does. I had a headache. Alcohol. upset stomach, alcohol.
Oh, we got
Oh, that was the
$1.25
tip.
from the Lone Wolf. Thank you, sir. I
Do
appreciate
you
it,
know
my
how,
dude.
do you know how I cured being drunk?
How
Alcohol.
you killed being drunk with alcohol?
Yes.
No, you scrape your knee, alcohol.
Mate, I don't get hangovers, I just wake up drunk still. It just doesn't happen.
You just keep
You
drinking.
never get a hangover if you're never
Yeah.
sober.
I know, right? It's like, I'll wake up in the morning and I'll be just like,
It's just called a problem, exactly.
Yeah, on Saturday.
Just has a cup of vodka sitting next to his bed, not even a cup of water.
Yeah.
Yeah. On Saturday, I thought I woke up in a hospital because I had no idea where I was, and I just realised I moved into accommodation. So I was just like, oh, I didn't remember last night. So
You're
I walked
so very
downstairs and I'm like
special, Ross. You're so
like,
very
I was like
special.
I was stumbling,
God.
like I was actually still
He,
drunk. I was just like walking.
he started to go into like school housing, and I guess forgot. So he woke up and he was like, "Where the hell am I?"
I'm just because literally, apparently, I got carried out, carried because I was so wasted. There's a video of me talking about going to the Queen's house, like really drunk.
Isn't that
I
just
was-
a normal topic for people from Britain? Talking about going to the Queen's house?
Not really, because I got invited, so I was just like, I was drunk, so I was just like,
You're all allowed to just go visit, right? It's a public
Yeah.
space. You're just allowed to
yeah,
go
yeah,
in
but
whenever you want.
you need to get invited for some parts of it.
Oh.
We just have a section of a live stream called
But yeah.
Drunk Ross.
Nice and clean, nice and clean.
Just
Okay,
drunk
so
Ross.
sorry, I gotta cut you guys off here because I gotta
Alright.
give some information about important bits. So you are supposed to take apart your actual bolt here once in a while to clean it out. I cleaned mine out a little while ago, and I don't do it every time I tech my gun. If you're having trouble lifting your bolt, that was a good one. If you're having trouble lifting your bolt,
I hear
chances
sex.
are this just needs some lubrication. So take this apart, make sure it's nice and lubed. There's a little tiny bits inside of it, so make sure you don't lose any bits of your bolt. But once you take it apart and clean it out, it should run nice and smooth. Now, putting together your cylinder here, there's some parts that you need to lube and there's some parts you don't need to lube. So number one, you're going to want to lube your spring guide. So this is the part that actually gets the most wear inside your gun. Believe it or not, this used to be blue, and it's now silver with a tiny bit of blue. So you're going to want to go ahead and do that. Make sure it slides nice and easy. See how there's like no resistance whatsoever. And then you're going to want to put that. You're going to want to put a little bit around the outside as well, because it gets some good harassment from the cylinder here. So now that that's all diddled, you're going to want to shove that right down into the hole.
Oh my God.
Keep it upright here. And then you're going to go onto your piston. So this piston that I have here is the Action Army 90 degree piston and trigger assembly. So this it looks like that. It's nice and lightweight. It's a 90 degree, and it's got this sort of Kevlar-y plastic sort of on it. And that's super, super, super low friction. But just to give it a little extra, you're going to want to put some oil on it. I don't use a lot of grease because I find it slows stuff down. Oil is more than good enough. You're going to want to make sure not to get it on your sear bit because you don't want that to be slippery. Now you're going to have to throw that in the hole and line it up with the spring so it fits in nice. Make sure the O-ring fits in and you don't cut your O-ring. And then you're going to put your cylinder head back on. Now cylinder heads, you're going to want to make sure your O-ring seals it really well because that's your first line of defense against slippage
Children.
and not getting seals. And not getting a good seal, sorry. You want to make sure if you're going to get a seal, you get a good one, because you invest in a water animal like that and it turns out to be a shithead, you're going to be unhappy. So you're going to want to screw this in nice and tight. Make sure it's
Where the hell have
it's
my
on there,
pictures
but
gone?
you also don't want to go too tight, because if you go too tight, you're going to strip your screw, your threading on the inside of your cylinder, and that's just no good. So that's good to go now. All we have to do is put back together your upper receiver. So you're going to grab your half ring, and you're going to throw that on the side that needs the half ring. Oh, sorry, that goes on this side. Throw that in there. Now, I don't put any lubricant on this bit because I put it on the bolt. I lube up the bolt pretty good, and that's all the lubricant that you need. So you're going to
I'm
go
not
like
gonna say
that,
anything.
and then you're going to throw a screw in there, just like
Oh.
so.
I have a whole There's a ginormous group chat for the whole estate, so there's like 100 people on this
Oh
group
god.
chat. Yeah, they've all, like, whenever I'm wasted, someone in my flat always films me and puts it onto that chat. So, like, the whole estate knows me as Birmingham. And they basically just, if I walk the street, they'll just scream, Birmingham! And I'm just like, alright, who the fuck are you? And it's, I need to find all these pictures. I've got a fuck ton of pictures. I'm gonna put them in TeamSpeak. Of just drunken Ross. There's one of me being carried up the stairs.
Oh god.
Kyle, what the hell was that sound?
That was poor internet.
Oh yeah,
Kyle's-
Ross, keep going, please. Keep
Kyle's
going.
internet is so bad right now. Like, you
Keeps me
can't
like-
understand what he's saying. He just went,
No, it's not bad. I
like,
just
he
have
just made an
800
sound, and it was just Is RHOP important? I think RHOPs are important if you want to lift heavyweight BBs. You can get
Maple Leaf bucking.
hop-ups that perform just as well, but you want to make sure that you get ones that can lift the weight BB that you want. Now, RHOP combined with the TDC mod is in my opinion pretty OP. It's a pretty OP sort of combination. I don't know, Cooper. What do you think?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Shite.
I'm getting similar range out of my VSR, and I use the Action Army hop-up unit with a Maple Leaf bucking. But
Sorry.
yeah, RHOP TDC pretty OP because you can adjust on the fly very easily.
Oh, did you bring me a burger? You brought me 2 burgers?
For what? Okay, I heard of it.
He brought me some burgers, dude.
Yeah, who the hell is this dude?
This is Owen. What do you mean? Who the hell is this dude?
No, not Owen. I'm actually looking at my phone and I've just got some dude called Evan message me and I'm just like, who the fuck is he?
No, I went to a convention a few weeks back. I went to a room party. So the same person asked for my ID 4 times. The same person asked for my ID 4 times, although every time I told her that I was a minor.
Yeah,
Right.
that's how do you edit all your videos? I use a program
Very
called
carefully.
Power Director, Power Director 14. I love it. It's super easy to use, and it gets the job done, and it's quick, and it can deal with high volume files, like high file size files. How much do I love Airsoft? I'd say as much as Tim Hortons, less than Poutine. It's a good middle zone. It's a good middle zone right there.
The French Putin, as I like to call
The
it.
French, yeah, the French Putin. Oh, did I lose a bit? I did. I know. It's a little shim. So my trigger assembly here has been shimmed a little bit, so it's just been given a little love with a little bit of paper just to make it sit at the right height for the sear. These trigger assemblies and stuff are always a little fun to sort of fandangle into place. I mean, and the Action Army one is no exception. It takes a little fandanglement. That's good. It's in spot. There we go. Let's throw that back together, and then the trigger assembly is ready to go, and then we can test out the rifle.
Oh, I can't actually find the one there. I got carried. I've seen it somewhere. I'm getting
Nice,
really
good.
triggered.
When you put together your trigger assembly, you're going to want to check that everything is nice and smooth. Like you don't have any what's it called when things friction.
Wiggle.
Oh, $5.
Oh, that
Scout
was the tip.
Scout Observer 861. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it, man. $5. That's going to pay for at least 2 Tim Hortons coffees, at least, and some change. If there's a homeless guy outside of the Tim Hortons, I can get me a coffee, him a coffee, and give him some change.
I once punched
Or
a
you could get me a coffee.
I punched a homeless dude once, so I don't know.
I actually have a story of me
God.
knocking out a homeless guy. I'm not even joking.
I know, right?
Do you want to
Is it
hear?
appropriate
Yes, I
for
wanna
Do you
hear
wanna-
the story.
Do you want to hear the story?
I want to hear the story because
Okay.
I want to tell you my story afterwards.
So here I am, right? Downtown Vancouver, Saturday night. Just walking around downtown, nothing fancy going on, hanging out with some friends, going out for some drinks, and we're walking through. We're walking from the Pint, it's called. So it's sort of near Hastings, so it's near the homelessy bit of downtown Vancouver. Now everything's going smooth, everything's going fine. You know, most of the time homeless people are nice. They're, you know, just normal people, just down on their luck. But this guy was a bit of a
cunt.
a bit of a bad guy. So a little more information to this story. I was once mugged at a bank. Not a joke at all. A guy came up behind me, put a knife up to my neck, and took the money out of my wallet. Chased him into an alley and called the cops, and the cops caught him, and everything got sorted out. But yeah, it was pretty spooky. I wasn't letting that guy take my $20. I got my $20 back. I chased him into the alley and got
That's
my
a lot
money.
of Tim Hortons.
That's a lot of Tim Hortons, dude. I chased him into the alley and I got my money back, and the cops got him. But when he had the knife up to my neck, of course I was like, okay, man, here's your $20, dude. Like, I don't even mind. That's $20. But I did mind. I did mind a lot. So
It was all part of the plan.
so anyways, that's so that happened, right? So I was like, all right, you know, every time I go downtown now, I'm a little on edge because I don't want to get mugged. Mugging kind of sucks. So everything's going fine. We're downtown having a great time, and then all of a sudden, homeless guy comes up to me, comes up to the guy in front of me and puts his fingers up to his side, and is like, "Give me your money." And the guy's like turns around and it, like sees him and runs away. And I was like, okay, that's a little weird, but he's up ahead. And I was like, maybe the guy knows him. At that time, I didn't know what was going on. I just thought it was just like something weird. So I get up to the guy with my friends, and I'm at the back of the pack, and he comes up behind me and does the same thing, puts his fingers up to my side and says, "Give me your money." And I just turn around and I clock him right in the head with my elbow. And I mean, I'm not a big guy. I'm not very intimidating, but what I do have is very pointy elbows.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
I got the good
So-
stabby elbows.
I got the good stabby elbows. So the guy, I turn around and the guy's just on the floor with his face on his hands on his face even. And yeah, I turn around and he goes from like this sitting down to just laying down. And I was already drunk at that time, and I was like, "Oh man, that's what you get." And then I walked away with my friends, and for the rest of the night, it was I was the cool guy who knocked out the homeless guy. And then when I sort of came to sobriety, I was like, man, why did I do that?
At least you were drunk and you regretted it afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Mine wasn't
number
like
one,
that.
I survived a second mugging, so that was good.
Well,
Number two,
perfect.
why would you try and mug people with your fingers?
Because they think it's a gun.
Because that wasn't very smart. Hits a guy no longer Canadian. No, you're allowed, if you hit somebody and you're drunk, you're more Canadian.
But well, to be honest, I hit someone while sober, and now I'm even more British.
Okay, so here we go. The guns getting back together now.
My one was just basically, I saw there was this homeless dude walking around Sainsbury's, which is like big shopping centre, and he like followed me saying, "Oh, can I have some change?" And I was just like, "No." So I carried on walking.
Did he say please though, or did he
yes?
just say...
He said please.
He said please, and you didn't give him some change? Wow,
No.
you're a dick.
Because I've never seen him before. I was like, I know my normal homeless dude. This dude.
I have my homeless people. You're not one of my homeless
Yeah,
people.
yeah. No, not for one of the homeless people I give money to, because I know they're not druggies. You look like a druggie. So basically, I walk into the store, and he was waiting for me outside, and I come out, and then he asked me for more money, and I was just like, no, mate, I just did my shopping. So I was just like, no, I don't have any change. So I just carry on walking. He keeps on following me. He keeps on asking me for money. And I was just like, oh, for fuck's sake, I just can't deal with him. So I turned into this alleyway type of thing and just clobbered him right in the face.
True.
I was just like, fuck off. And then I walked off.
Well,
I was drunk or I was sober.
man.
That's assault.
Yeah, I think that's just assault. I think that's what they call illegal. I think.
No. He was harassing me, so it was called self-defense.
Okay, fair enough.
Sure.
All right, I'll just throw this tape back on, and then e-tape the gun back together, and then it should be a functioning.
Did he call his hit?
Did he call his hit? Yeah, he called his hit. That's for sure. I just got to grab a little tape, Is there black E-tape there? Can you pass me that roll of black E-tape underneath all the... Oh, no, you can't see it. It's around the corner too much.
That's racist.
Okay, there we go. Okay. Now I just got to E-tape this, and then we can give her the old Testorino.
Shoots Owen.
Yeah. Hey, Owen, stand up. I just got to test this out real quick. Does it hurt? Just avert your eyes.
In the background.
Just close your eyes. That's iPro, right?
Yeah. Over glass sports goggles.
Just put on my glasses. They're good enough.
Sports goggles.
They're glass, but you know.
Fine.
Jack. No, Dayton. Jack says pick up your phone.
Oh, is he calling me?
Apparently, yes.
I'll call him back after the stream. It's fine. All right. So with this E-tape in the game here, this gun should be a fine implement of war. Let's give her a shot, shall we? Moment of truth. The sear holds. It shoots. That's a working gun, my dudes. All right. So with the scope being put back on, that's it. That's the finale. That's the finale of this episode. If I can get the scope back on. That's the finale of this episode. Otherwise, we'll be here for millennia, trying to get this stupid gun back together. Anyways, that's going to be pretty much it for this stream. If you guys like the stream, make sure you guys give a little subscribble and turn on those notifications so you can get them. And if you want to help support the channel, make sure you go to www.housegamers.ca and go to our store where you can get good memes and stuff from the store. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and we will, I guess, see you on the next video, which should be either tomorrow or Sunday, I think. So, yeah, we'll see you guys then. Thank you for tuning in, and love you. Love you lots. Keep your memes. Let your memes be memes, and your dreams be those memes, and let your dreams come true.
Lots of
I
memes.
was really hoping that would be more inspirational than what it came out to be.
I know, right?
You gotta let your memes be dreams, and your dreams lose screws to your scope.
Oh, I've got another.
This
beer to
ending has
drink,
gone
though.
downhill by a lot. It's gone real downhill.
Do you want me
Anyways,
to
thank
chug
you
a-
guys for
do you want
watching.
to chug
Everybody
a
in the
beer?
TeamSpeak say bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Owen, say bye. Owen's just politely sitting on the floor.
I know, right?
Say
I'm making
bye-bye,
Owen sit
Owen.
on the floor.
Owen says goodbye.
Bye, Owen.
See you guys.